Good evening and welcome to WSFA 12 News at 6. I'm Valerie Lawson.
I'm Mark Bullock. A legal case about the redrawing of congressional districts here in Alabama is impacting a similar case in Louisiana.
The U.S. Supreme Court is hearing arguments on whether recent redistricting in Louisiana violated the U.S. Constitution. Our political correspondent, Jessica Umbro, is joining us with the details. Jessica?
Well, one of the most recent cases surrounding this same topic is from Alabama. In 2023, the Supreme Court ruled in the case of Milligan versus Allen and ruled in favor of the plaintiff, Evan Milligan. That's what led to a second Alabama congressional district with a majority black caucus and with a Democratic representative being Shamari Figures.
Alabama Democratic U.S. Representative Terry Sewell says the Supreme Court ruling in Alabama's case of Milligan versus Allen was vital for black representation in Congress.
If this court strikes down these critical provisions, it would not only reverse decades of precedent, but it would also take us back to a dark time in our nation's history.
Shalala Dowdy, one of the plaintiffs in the Alabama case, was in Washington for oral arguments. She says the frequent mention of Alabama in this debate is not new.
In the past, we were in the forefront with the voting rights work that was done in Selma, and 60 years later, we're still in the forefront.
And just as the arguments in the nation's capital were wrapping up, the Republican Party of Alabama released a statement saying they've filed an amicus brief with the U.S. Supreme Court in support of the state of Alabama in the Milligan case.
We want to get back to the fundamental principle that the Republican Party has stood by and stood with since the 1860s. And that's that every single person is made in the image of Almighty God and they have inherent rights as individuals.
Now, we aren't expecting a decision really soon. The Supreme Court actually has until the summer to make their decision, so it could be as late as June or July.
All right, thanks, Jessica. We also reached out to Secretary of State Wes Allen for comment about today's oral arguments and the discussion about Milligan versus Allen. He said since he's a named party and its ongoing litigation, he won't be commenting at this time.